I received some packages in the mail recently. International mail. And let's see. Can you read that? Tomsk, Russia. Tomsk is a area in Siberia, and I was looking for, wanted to try some pine nut products, or Siberian cedar. They're also called Siberian pine. Well, it's kind of a strange story, but I wanted to try some pine oil and some pine nuts and some other products. So I was looking around, I ordered a small box for myself, and then I became acquainted with the founder of the company, Eco Factory Siberian Cedar. And they have a website, it's ecofactory.ru, and they have a lot of products from Siberia, including pine nuts and pine oil, etc. I ordered some of that in my own little package here. But the founder of the company, we made contact and had some email exchanges. Seems like a really helpful guy. His name's Alexei Alpert. In communicating, he offered to send me a present. What started my interest was our former president just really disrespecting Russia. And if you're like me, if you've been a citizen of the United States for your whole life, and you've got your family history goes back some generations, then you'll understand that our relationship with Russia is very important, and it should not be disrespected. It's a valuable relationship. My grandfather served during World War II in the Navy as a radio repairman, working, I guess, on submarine radios in the Pacific Theater. So, I want to respect his service and so I got my ribbon on too, my St. George ribbon, commemorating victory over Nazism. We're coming up on the 75th year anniversary. So I'm wearing this, and if you like that ribbon, I got that also from Russia in the mail from Nadezhda Gurskaya. She is on Instagram. She has an Instagram page called Souvenirs of Russia. Souvenirs_of_Russia. I bought about 5 of these last year. Really nice ribbons. The ones she's doing right now are even more impressive. But it might be a little bit late for international shipping unless you want to hang on to them for next year. But please look her up. You can find me on Instagram and find her page that way. But Souvenirs of Russia. So anyway, that's why I'm wearing the ribbon for victory over Nazism. I also want to say that in spite of the pandemic, the international mail system is still working. So these came from Russia without too much delay. Another story behind these boxes and my interest in Eco Factory Siberian Cedar has to do with trees. I learned of a project through the American University in Moscow. So there's a really strong desire to build up relations and establish a peaceful and harmonious international relationship. An idea came up not long ago as to how to do that through the planting of trees. The environment has been in the news a lot lately with air quality issues, pollution, carbon footprints, etc. And one way to combat that and to maintain a healthy atmosphere is through planting trees. I found out about this idea to have an international project where non-Russian citizens could actually pay to have trees planted in Russia. It's my air too that those trees will be improving. And what a great way to build peace through planting of trees. And that project could actually extend not just to Russia, but also the other superpowers such as China, the United States, and even Canada. I was looking for contacts in Russia who would be interested in such a project. And that's how I encountered ecofactory.ru. And I've learned some interesting things about Ecofactory from the founder, Alexei Alpet. And here's what he says about planting trees. He says that his company has been actively involved in planting cedar for 3 years. He calls it the most valuable tree in the Siberian taiga. They give out free trees to public organizations and schools in Russia. They have a goal for this year, 2020, to sow 5 million seeds of pine nuts, and in 2021, 15 million seeds, to begin a mass planting of seedlings on their own lands and also lands that have been leased from the state for 49 years. They have a 49-year lease. So it's pretty exciting stuff, and it's interesting to think that either participating directly or just by purchasing products for a company that's involved in such a thing, you can have a part in that. You can play a role in that. So anyway, very interesting stuff. In talking with Alexei, I discovered a fellow by the name of Ivan Sanzarov, who was living on Sakhalin Island, and he was very involved in planting trees, but it seems that his efforts were not very supported by the government there on Sakhalin Island. So he moved all the way across the country to Kaliningrad, where he has been getting a lot more favorable response from the government. And I was informed that they provided 1,500 kilograms of cedar seeds to Ivan Sansarov. And they've actually met. Ivan has over 10 years experience in planting cedars, and he's getting those trees from ecofactory.ru. Yeah, I learned about the reforestation project through the American University in Moscow. I started making small monetary contributions monthly when the former U.S. administration began trashing our international relations. I wanted to combat that and work to build up international relations. And so I have participated in that since around the spring of 2014, and I continue to do that. Professor Edward Lozansky is president of the American University in Moscow. He's a former Soviet dissident. He escaped the Soviet Union during the Cold War, and he's just a brilliant guy, nuclear physicist. His wife, Tatiana, and this is a book that Professor Lozansky wrote in honor of his wife, or about his wife. Just a real interesting Cold War love story, so I'm busy reading that. I'm also reading some other books by Vladimir Megre. These are not the original covers. These are English translations of the Ringing Cedars of Russia series of books, with the person known as Anastasia playing a central role. So I've actually read books 1 through 7, and I'm on book 8.1 right now, and I've got 8.2 to go. It's very interesting reading. So, but there was talk in here about pine nuts and the health benefits of cedar. So, lots going on there. Let's open some boxes from Siberia. And here we go. Hope you can see this okay. Let's get a smaller blade here. My interest in Siberian pine nuts and the oil that is produced from those is due to a health condition that I developed about 2 years ago now. It's a bacterial condition, H. pylori, and I've got it. It's kind of out of hand, so I'm looking for ways to get that under control, get my intestinal fauna balanced out, and the pH levels where they need to be. It's been a real struggle. I'm kind of just maintaining right now, and I'm using pine oil and pine nuts to help with that. So, what did I order myself? Well, I ordered a couple boxes of tea. So here we have, and I'm sure the lighting's not really good. I'll give you a close-up on this later. I don't read Russian. I've been, my health crashed a couple of years ago and kind of destroyed my enthusiasm. My energy level's been really low. Hopefully I can get that back and pursue that some more. But anyway, I got a couple boxes of Russian tea, bottle of pine oil, and some pine nuts. I've been enjoying pine nuts from another company out of Siberia, so I'm curious about the taste of these. And very nice vacuum-packed bag of pine nuts. Anyway, but the taste will be a good indication as to what that is. Let's take a look at the bottle of pine oil. I'll get this camera in here closer. I think I was able to use Google Pay to pay for this stuff with all the mean-spirited sanctioning that the former administration embarked upon, and which our current U.S. administration regrettably continues to maintain and even advance. It has been a challenge to purchase products from Russia. And that's disappointing for me. I like purchasing things from Russia. That's a really nice bottle. Wow. 250 milliliters, cold pressed, 100% pure, unrefined pine nut oil. Wow, very nice. Really nice packaging on these teas. I don't recall what's what, but I just have to take a smell here. That's a nice, generous tea bag. Wow. Look at that. It's got little, looks like a shirt or something that with little, it's a bear spreading his arms, and you stick him in your cup and he hangs his arms over the rim of the cup to steep the tea. Well, I'll be looking forward to having some of this tonight. So let's take a look at this other box of tea. See how that smells. I got some Ivan tea a while back from another company called, well, I shouldn't mention in the box, but they package, it was really good. Ivan pressed tea with honey. I've got a video on YouTube that I did about that. This video here is mostly for Eco-Factory Siberian pine. Wow, that's interesting. It smells a little, maybe it's got blueberry or something in there. I don't know. I'll have to read up on what I ordered. It's got these cute little pop-outs, the owl and the bear that stand up if you're going to dispense these in your office or in a retail location. Really nice marketing, packaging. I like that. So anyway, what I don't have is one of those nice classic Russian metal glass holders. You have a separate glass for the tea, and that goes in a metal holder with a cup. I'm going to have to break down and order myself one of those. There. All right. Let's see what Alexei Albert and Eco-Factory Siberian Pine sent me. Thank you very much for this present. Wow, what a treat. A gift from Russia, from Siberia. You know, you can also buy pine nuts if you think you're in a cool enough environment in North America where you think you might be able to grow a pine tree of your own, a Siberian pine, Siberian cedar. You can actually buy pine cones and germinate the seeds on your own and make your own pine nut oil, cold pressed pine nut oil. It could take a while. I've sent some of those pine cones to family members, and I think they're mostly excited about germinating those and planting their own trees. Oh boy. Wow, a box full of, this is amazing. Wow, so many things. Oh, look at that. It's a sampler. I ordered 2 boxes of tea, 2 different types, but this is a sampler. It's got the 2 types that I ordered, plus 4 other varieties of tea. What a neat idea. Wow, that's just great. And let's get this big box out of the way. This is just so amazing. You know, you really ought to make some friends with Russians. They're just really nice people. I wish Americans could be that nice. U.S. citizens in particular. Here's a box. I think it's probably chocolate. It's well, it's got some berries. I really don't read Russian, I'm sorry. There's an orange fruit or berry that's kind of popular. People make drinks out of it. I'll have to read up on that. And anyway, but I better open this to see what it is. I can't quite tell from just the box. I can figure out how to do this without cutting myself. Wow, maybe it's dried fruit. Wouldn't that be something? It smells like dried fruit. Like you ever had fruit rolls or... Oh my goodness, it is. Wow, yum. Look at these rolls of dried fruit. fantastic. I can't wait to try that. Wow. Thank you so much. And dried fruit is preserved it preserves well. Here's a treat. It's chocolate, and I think it's got pine nuts with maybe pistachio, and not, oh gosh, there's another type of nut that they mix them together. Wow, all this stuff. What do we have here? This looks like some tea, sure enough. Maybe, what do you think? Maybe raspberry tea, perhaps? Wow. It's sealed really well, so I can't smell it, but I'm just so excited about all this tea. Just so you know, I didn't buy this. Alexei, this was a present. He mailed it to me. Here's some chocolate. You don't like chocolate, do you? It's probably terrible. Terrible good. Wow. It looks like a darker chocolate. I really like dark chocolate. With dried fruit in it. Oh my goodness. Beautiful packaging. You know, look at this. It's got the trees and the bear and a viewing window. Just the packaging is just over the top. And look at this whole big bar of chocolate. Oh my gosh. Wow. So, that's amazing. I had no idea they were going to send me so much stuff. Here's some more pine nut treats. And, wow, this is, you can call this candy here. More, what do we have here? Probably another chocolate bar. Maybe. It's got cowberries cowberries and pine cones. Wow, just amazing. What great products they have. There's so many things to try. Wow, this is... What else do we have here? Ah, nice. So one of the reasons I reached out to Eco Factory Siberian Pine is because another company, I had ordered a box of Russian products from various vendors. This company puts all the products together in a box from Russia, and included in that was, and I think that's what this is, pine nuts in pine syrup. So these are candied pine cones, and I had this in the refrigerator. I put this on some pancakes. It was really good. And so I've actually tried this product before, a smaller sampling of it, about half this size, and it was really good. And the immature pine cones are just really rich in vitamins and energy. We've got some more. This looks like rose hips or something. Some more dried. It's like dried fruit. So that looks great. Wow, amazing. This is like Christmas. And oh my goodness, what do we have here? It's chocolate with pine nuts and raspberries, it looks like. And I don't know if these are these rose hips? It's associated pine nut truffle of dark chocolate. Yeah, right on. I like that dark chocolate. This is great stuff. Wow. Truffles. Amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're spoiling me. This is so cool. We got these little chocolate morsels with blueberries, pine nuts. Um, do they have hazelnut in here too, maybe? Oh, sea buckthorn. Nice. Blueberry, cranberry. They call this pine nut brittle. Oh my goodness. And the packaging, I like the packaging. It's it's not a bleached paper. And just great job. Wow, this is amazing. Got another bottle of glass jar. Maybe this other one was pine cones and pine syrup. Maybe this one will be pine nuts and pine syrup. I think you call this one pine cones and pine cone jam, and this one would be, if it's what I think it is, pine nuts and pine pine syrup, which was also very good the last time I tried that. Oh yes, sure enough. Yeah. Beautiful packaging again. Nice good jar. I've had this in the refrigerator, so it's cold, but the pine nuts have kind of floated the top here, and it's pretty cold. I'll leave this out and mix it up. Wow, just delicious stuff. So much food from Siberia. What else do we have here? Oh boy. Alexi did send me a PDF file that includes the product catalog. And if you go to ecofactory.ru, you can look at their online catalog. You can place an order. I've had this before from a Polish family that used to have a deli in town, and I'm sorry, I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to learn Russian. I've got a lot of Russian language instructors on my contact list on Instagram, so I'd better start listening to their videos. But you know what? Good food is just, you don't need language for that. It's just good. And this stuff looks amazing. Well, it looks like we've got some more, what did they call these the last time? Date of manufacture, 12th of March 2020. So this stuff's pretty fresh, you know. Looks like we've got pine nut brittle, a selection of pine nut brittle, somewhat like the other one with the sea buckthorn, blueberries, and cranberry, but this one has in it crab apple, nice, baby pine cones, and bird cherry. Very interesting. Wow, this is so good. I haven't eaten it yet, and it just seems so good. And what do we have here? Pine nut sticks, a selection of pine nut sticks. They look like a popular candy here. It's a bar of pine nuts covered with chocolate. And so, what do we have? We have sea buckthorn. I'm really looking forward to trying that sea buckthorn. Raspberry and black currant. But there's another one. Pine nut sticks classic. So that must just be pine nuts with pine nuts. Alexi, I had no idea you were going to send me so much stuff. Wow. Thank you so much. I've got some reporting to do on the flavor of these things, and some of these things I didn't know what they were, so I'm going to have to tell you. I'll have to look up this tea and find out what varieties of tea that I got here. There is an English language menu on their website. If you you can also do online translation, but you can look at the stuff and know exactly what you're getting. All this, the date of manufacture is just, it's from the start of the year. This stuff is just fresh. Not sure about the tea. Here we go. Date of manufacture, the 11th of February, 2020. 18th of March, 2020. All this stuff is just fresh. Fresh from Siberia. Anyhow, ecofactory.ru. Ecofactory Siberian pine. What a great find, just discovering this company, discovering their products, building international relations over great food, great products. Wow, I think I'll be ordering again from these people. Holy moly, just look at all this stuff. So I'm sorry, I'll have to maybe start learning a little bit of Russian so I can tell you more about these products. Thanks for watching my little unboxing video here, and we'll talk to you next time. Take care.